Okay, class, settle down, settle down. I'm your instructor for this course. My name is Humsnar. As you know, this is a required course for anyone being placed in a diplomatic-style caste. Whether you will be working for a governmental body or a corporation in the future. Failing this class literally means to fail at life. This is just how important it is to understand humans. In this course, we'll be going over several different factors about humans, their biology, governmental structure, economics, and many more. Though our biggest focus will be on evolutionary economics of the human system. This seems like a complicated word, but in short it means that a basic system of economics was not developed by humans. It was literally evolved by them. Economics are literally built into their DNA. I understand that many of you are wondering what any of these topics might have to do with human diplomacy. Settle down now. I hope all of you are taking notes. We will delve more into this topic in more detail later, but I'm going to give you a very basic introduction now. As you all know, economics at its most fundamental level is a give-and-take system. You exchange two things of semi-equivalent value. You profit when that thing you exchange is worth less than the thing that you receive. Let's talk about the first human uprising, and how that led to the dissolution of the old Federation and the founding of the new one. When the humans were still a young species, they had just left their home planet. They hadn't even left their home system yet, when they were invaded by a member of the old Federation. The humans were easily outmatched and conquered. You may or may not have learned about the invading species yet. The Gorokral. Shortly after the humans' enslavement, my species entered the scene, the Equality. At the time, we were in a losing battle against the old Federation. We saw the humans as potential allies, and we saw them fighting back in small batches even though they had already been captured. Inspired by them, we sent a small aid package to them. We had just lost one of our foundry worlds, so we weren't able to do much, but we sent them a small factory ship, capable of building weapons and armor, along with an instructional AI and about a dozen soldiers to help them. All of the soldiers that we sent to them died, as expected. Honestly, we didn't expect much from the humans. Maybe that a small uprising with decent weapons might be a distraction to the Federation, and buy us a little time. At first, we thought that the plan had failed. It did have a low probability of success, so we weren't surprised by that. The humans didn't seem to be producing weapons or shielding. In fact, they didn't seem to be doing anything with what we sent to them. Well, that is until 6 human years after they received it. They emerged from underground with a fully armed military. The Gorokral were caught completely off guard and quickly forced off of the planet. The humans did not let this momentum go to waste. They stole their ships, the same ones that they as slaves have been forced to operate and maintain for years now, and expertly chased down the Gorokral. Using the stolen ships, the humans continued their onslaught. Now, you may be wondering how one production ship armed an entire human military. It didn't. The humans did not produce weapons at all, or armor. Instead, they used the ship to produce parts for other, less sophisticated production facilities. They quietly built these facilities over the course of 5 years, at various locations around the globe. Then, for the 6th year, they built weapons and armor from the ships. During that time, they also upgraded the AI, and used it to combine our technology with the Gorokral's technology, making much better and more efficient weapons and armor. It was during the 20th year of the human rebellion. Our species was finally on its last legs. We had a single planet left. Any strategist cast could tell you that coming to our aid would be a terrible strategy for the humans. They already had our tech and improved it. They did not need our population. They were now building automated drones. They had nothing to gain, only lose from helping us. But out of nowhere, swarms of human ships appeared and drove off the Gorokral. When our diplomat class asked the humans why, their response was that they were paying off a debt. Settle down, class. No, they had not come to deliver technology to us directly. No, they were not speaking of a physical debt. Remember, I said that economics is built into the human's DNA? This could not have happened after they started using money. This only could have happened in their evolutionary past, far before any form of currency had entered circulation. What they were paying back was not a physical sum. Instead, it was a concept: salvation. We saved their species when they needed it most. We provided what little aid we could to help them. They were now doing the same for us, even if it was strategically disadvantageous to them. And they did not just plan on paying us back the amount that we paid them. You see, the humans don't just have a concept of equal exchange. As I said in the beginning of class, that economics is built into their DNA. Economics isn't just about equivalent exchange. It also encompasses more complex topics such as interest. The humans were paying us back with interest. Not only did they save our lives, they shared their technology. They forged a defensive pact with us. They took back our lost worlds. I see the excitement in some of you now. This is wonderful. Many of you might be glorying about how you can take advantage of the humans using this new knowledge. This is just your first class, though. Remember that. I have so much more to teach you. Now, before I allow you to leave my class and make a terrible mistake with your human classmates, how many of you know about the chlorocrawl? I see a few hands, not many. Why might that be? The reason is simple. The human brain does not just process gains, it also processes loss, and it processes these with even greater interest than gains. This is a concept that the humans call revenge. The chlorocrawl are extinct now. In fact, at least 7 members of the original Federation are now extinct. Many others have been reduced to underwhelming lumps and forbidden from ever owning a military again. Ah, I see some of that excitement turning into fear now. Do not worry. As I mentioned, we will go much more in depth with these topics later on. This is just a basic introduction to show all of you why this class is so important. The humans are by far the most advanced and powerful species in the Galactic Federation, and the last thing any other species wants to do is to incur a social debt against the humans, to incur their vengeance.